Little froggy. Feeling a little froggy. Let's see. Well, thank you guys for joining me. Karmic transmission number 31 coming at you tonight. Jake Vanderlinden is your host. That would be this guy. Sans glasses. I switched to my contact lenses. I figured it'd be a little bit easier than seeing that reflection that you guys have had for the last year. You know, I decided I needed to quit being lazy and just get back to wearing them. But thanks for joining me again. We should have Kari coming on with us. Ayame will be joining us. No Ayame tonight. Clint will be with us here in just a little bit. So we should have a fun little transmission coming at you. Oh boy. But until then, guys, I guess I can go ahead and kick it off with all the good stuff. Again, thank you for joining us. Karmic transmission number 31. I'm Jake Vanderlinden with Karma Incarnate. You can find us on our website, karmaincarnate.com is always the best place to take a look and see what we're doing over there, find out what we're all about. You can also find us on all of our social media, Facebook, YouTube, Karma Incarnate. We're on Twitter at the Karmic Feed. And then we also have Instagram and all of that other kind of fun social media stuff. So be sure to check us out. There's always fun little videos and updates from everything that we're doing. As a little bit of a recap, since I'm waiting for everyone to join in, what we do at Karma is essentially we're here to end hunger. What we want to do is we want to make it possible for people to make a living by doing what humans do best, which is take care of each other. And how we're going to do that is, hey, brother, how's it going, man? Well, he's unmuting, but how we're going to do that is we're going to do that by, like I said, making it profitable to help people by sharing and putting in place a system that will allow people to literally earn an income by feeding those in need. It's really that simple. And you can try to make it as complex as you want to, or break it down in any number of ways. But in the end, that's what we're here to do, is we're here to end hunger and make it so that people can have an incredible way of playing this economic game by helping each other. Isn't that right, Clint?
That's right. How's it going?
How you doing, man? You're a little faint. Oh, maybe that's on my end. There we go.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I got you. I had my volume cranked down really low from doing some sound tests the other day, so I forgot to turn it back up for this guy.
See how you are?
Yeah. How you doing, brother? You're looking good, man. The beard's coming in nicely. It's got a good wave thing going on.
I know. I'm probably gonna trim it pretty soon.
Oh yeah?
Or shave it, yeah.
Thinking about going like all the way down, shaving it?
I don't know.
Oof, I can't even remember what I looked like the last time I clean shaved, man.
I know it'd be crazy if you and Rex were shaved.
It would be insane. There is one picture that exists on my phone that was like the summer before I started growing my beard. Like that was the summer leading into the winter that I grew it out the first time. And I'll go back and look at it, and every time it floors me because it's hilarious.
That's funny. Who were you talking to when we started?
Oh, I'm just rambling into the ether, you know.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of getting everything kicked off since we're on number 31 today.
That's amazing.
I know. It's pretty crazy to think that we've been doing it now for over a year, and it just keeps getting better and more interesting and more involved.
I had to turn the fan down.
Oh, you're all good, man.
So I was gardening last night, and it's 2:00 in the morning.
Uh-huh.
And I let Joey out, and he takes off towards the shop dumpster there and gets sprayed by a skunk.
No way.
Yeah. So it's 2 a.m. He's reeking of skunk. So I ended up locking him in the shack here. And that Smith's on Redwood used to be open 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked up on my phone, and if you make a solution of hydrogen peroxide, dish soap, and uh, baking powder,
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
it's like skunk shampoo.
Interesting.
So I went to Smith's, but they were closed. Maverick didn't have anything, so the lady at Maverick was nice enough to tell me about the Walgreens. It's open 24 hours there in South Jordan,
Mm-hmm.
way down on Redwood. So I drove way down to Walgreens at like 3 in the morning and got all this stuff and some rubber gloves and gave Joey a bath outside with the hose.
Oh, man.
So that was my night. You can still smell it a little in here, but you can smell it pretty good in here, but nothing like it was.
So that happened last night?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yep.
Oh, I bet Rex hasn't even been over there yet to find out until now.
Yeah. So
Oh, that's
it smells
crazy.
a little skunky in here, but it's not too bad. I washed his bedding and.
Mm-hmm.
rotten
See, I
little
always
skunk.
I always heard the whole tomato juice thing for skunks is what I was told. You know, that old wives' tale. Hey, Kari.
Hi, Kari. It's like she's frozen.
She's getting there. Just taking a second to connect. Yes, I did, Rexy. I got him yelling through the wall at me, you know.
What'd he say?
Oh, Rex is just being Rex. Hey, Kari, you got us now? I can't really hear you.
Oh,
Okay.
now do you have me?
Yep, now I got you.
Hi guys.
How
Sorry.
you doing?
Technical difficulties on one of those days. I'm so sorry I'm late.
No, don't sweat it at all. Clint was just sharing an anecdote about how he had to share a guard shack with a skunk dog last night. So
I'm sorry.
It's all right. It happens. I wasn't paying attention when I let him out,
Oh.
you know, but
you know, it's a good thing the skunks aren't right around the guard shack anymore. That's the one thing that I could say. At least it didn't happen closer. At least it was out by the garbage cans and stuff like that. But still, there was that guy that would come around and trap cats and get them like spay them and all that kind of stuff. And he would do the catch and release stuff there at the shop because we get a lot of those wild cats and, you know, rabbits. And Rex has got all those DDKs with all the animals in it. We'll have to talk about those another time. But he came around one time and had a skunk in one of his cat traps, and it sprayed him while he was trying to get it out like twice.
Oh.
Yeah. And I remember Art talking about him showing up and just being like, oh man, oh geez, because he was there to, you know, catch and release and help the cats. But yeah, he got skunked a couple of times at the yard there.
They say tomato juice. The tomato juice is what does it really, or is that just what they say?
Well, Clint had a concoction.
yeah. So I tried. My other dog got sprayed. My other dog Bear got sprayed, and we did tomato juice and then shampoo,
Mm-hmm.
and that worked okay. But I got online last night, like I was telling Jake, it was 2 in the morning. I had to go to this Walgreens that was open 24 hours, but you get baking soda. It's like a cup of baking soda, a teaspoon of dish detergent, and hydrogen, like a liter of hydrogen peroxide at 3%. You mix that together and it starts kind of fizzing.
Okay.
And that worked pretty dang good. Joey smelled pretty good after. I mean, he smelled more like wet dog than skunk. So that's
definitely a step in the right direction.
that's the goal.
Did it irritate their skin at all? Do you know? I just wondered about the peroxide, but maybe that
No,
makes
it hasn't seemed to bother them. It says, you know, it said not to get it in their eyes.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Very
So
cool.
yeah, it was a fun night.
Dude, that's crazy. That's
Yelling
really
at
funny.
him on the driveway with the hose going.
Mm-hmm.
You know, trying to get him to stick around and take his lumps and get his bath like a big boy.
Oh man, and he's a big dog too. That's a hard dog to wrestle around and wash.
He's a chunky guy.
Yeah, exactly. He's just him and Bear almost have opposite names. You know, with how big he is, you almost should have called him Bear instead.
Hmm.
So I'm going to apologize, guys. We went camping over the weekend and stuff. You know, it was a family camping trip last week, and both Rex and I kind of came back not feeling up to 100%. I've got a little, and I apologize. I'm going to try to hit mute if I'm going to start hacking up a lung, but we've got a little bit of like some congestion and like stuff running. So I apologize for sounding a little off.
Was somebody sick up there?
No, I don't think it was that anybody was sick up there. It was really cold and dry. And then it was also kind of humid through the days. And I think it was just a combination of that and my allergies caused me to get a little bit of like some gunk moving around. So, because no one up there was sick, everybody was fine. It was literally this morning I woke up and I kind of had a little bit of a tickle, and then I've kind of got a little bit of a cough this afternoon. So, but everything feels good and clear. I think it's more just, like I said, all the gunk moving around, all the dust, horses, dog hair, You know how camp goes, Clint.
How was it up there?
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I only got to go up on Friday and Saturday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but Sunday's the cleanup day, so it's kind of a hard one to say that counts. But it was a lot of fun. There was still a lot of people up there. Most of the Hagans all showed up. Aunt Sue was all there. Most of the whole family showed up for a bit. So Dad came up, went horseback riding. I didn't take a horseback ride because the weather looked like it was going to be bad, but it ended up being really nice in the evening, and Dad got to go. So I was like, cool. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a whole lot of fun. We missed seeing you and the kids, though. It's a shame you guys couldn't quite run up.
Yeah, everybody worked. We couldn't coordinate it where we had it all off at the same time. And then we had Joe Rogan Friday night. We went and saw Joe Rogan at Wise Guys.
Oh, no kidding. Did you get to use the passes that Rex and I gave you, or were those expired?
You know what? Nisha brought them in her purse.
Oh, no kidding.
Forgot to use them. There you
go. Excuse me.
So we'll just have to go again.
Dude, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's too funny.
Yeah, it was a pretty good show.
I'll bet that would have been a really good show. Did he have any kind of headliner or opener or anything like that? I mean,
yeah, there was an opening guy. He was pretty good. I can't remember what his name was.
Huh. That's crazy because it's kind of interesting. Comedy and stand-up and all that stuff is neat because it kind of like camping. It's all about blazing that trail, and kind of going into the unknown and being willing to try something new and different and put yourself at risk. And it's really such a neat feeling to have that. It's much the same as what we do in Karma. Every one of our agents puts themselves out there and is taking the ultimate challenge to end hunger. It's such a unique thing, and it's neat because it shows that bravery, that individual spirit still exists in people, which is amazing.
Yeah, totally. It was good. So no accidents up camp. Nobody got hurt.
No kids had issues this year, and all the adults kind of took an approach of like, they're all 20. Let them, it's time that they're a little bit more responsible. So it was really good. It was really good.
Was Riley up there most of the time?
I think he was up there for most of the week. He didn't go up to help us set up. Or did he? I can't remember. He was, maybe Rex can remember and put it in the chat. I don't recall Riley being there on Sunday to help us set up. Maybe he was, but I think he went up like Tuesday or something like that, and then stayed through the week. Left on Saturday is when he took off. So, Rex came down midweek, which was kind of a little different for a change.
What's that?
Rex got to come down. So he had to come down like Tuesday night and work and Wednesday morning and work. And usually
Yeah.
he just stays up there all week
I was
long.
gonna say, doesn't he stay up there usually?
Yeah, he usually is up there, but this year he got to play hooky a day or two.
Ooh.
Yeah. So different kind of camp, but it was still good. The Hagens brought the boat. I saw they tried to take it out, but the weather turned on them, so they didn't quite make it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That boating's fun. I'd like to do that again
Yeah.
soon.
Oh yeah. It's funny. After they bought it, I don't know how much they use it anymore, to be honest with you. So, but that same thing. All their kids are growing up. It's funny. I watch everybody's kids grow up, and I kind of laugh because it's an interesting thing to watch and see from an outside perspective. But it's a real stark contrast to how quickly the years go by. You know what I mean? Because like hearing kids getting called on missions and stuff like that, it's just nuts.
Yeah, time's just blazing by. Every year seems to go by twice as fast.
Well, and your kids are all graduated now. I saw. Did Emma and Cooper do anything for their graduation? I got the announcement, but there wasn't much more with it.
No, they didn't walk or do any of that.
Oh, okay. Was it still restricted this year or something?
No, I think they just didn't care to.
Oh, okay. Cool. I don't remember that being an option, but then again, I didn't pay that much attention when I graduated.
Yeah, I don't know. They don't tell me anything.
They're kids, huh?
Yeah.
Right, Kari? They're kids.
Your kids. You're just dad. Like, we're not cool. We don't get to know things.
No, I stopped being cool a long time ago.
Nah, your kids
Sorry, you
think you're
guys. I
awesome,
can't
man.
stop yawning.
Sorry?
I keep yawning. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're all good.
Didn't get any sleep this morning.
Ah, bummer.
I was going to try and sneak a couple hours last night, but Joey.
It's hard to sleep when somebody's been skunked in the house with you.
Yeah. I was running around getting that stuff and then bathing him. So, and then I had to meet some people at lunch.
Mm.
And yeah, so I apologize if I'm a bit tired.
Oh, dude, it happens.
Okay. Yeah, you're okay. No worries.
How have you been though, Kari? What's new on your end? I hear that Connor got pretty good grades finishing up school this year, right?
He did awesome. He did awesome. If it had been a normal year, he did awesome. Considering the kind of year we had, learning remotely, me being a first grade teacher, he did outstanding.
Yeah.
I was really happy. I was kind of get a little frustrated when the school sends report cards. I know that they have to, but I kind of want to say, I know exactly how he's doing. I don't know that you guys know how he's doing, but I know how he's doing, kind of a thing. But
right.
He's into summer and we've gone fishing and he did the drive-in movies on Friday with his cousins, and we're really trying to pack in a lot of stuff after missing a lot of last summer. So pretty happy about life right now.
That's good. That's really good. I'm glad that he's getting to go out and do some stuff. It's for how cooped up everyone was and how quick that year went by. I'm glad to see how much it's like starting to turn back to normal a little bit. Hearing about people, planning events at parks and wanting to do things that way. It's a nice thing to start seeing more of. So
it's necessary. And I remind him to wash his hands. He takes a mask with him. I'm not always there, so I just have to cross my fingers that he wears it. But if he doesn't, it's one of those, you do the best that you can. So yeah, he's pretty happy. Life is good.
that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
How old is he?
He just turned 7 in March. He's looking at 2nd grade next year.
So how many kids do you have again?
Just him.
Just him?
Just him.
2nd grade. Man, seems like forever ago. It was forever ago.
It was forever ago.
Well, it's coming up for you, Kari. You're gonna have to relive it again. Don't forget that.
Relive which?
second grade. He's going into second grade, right?
Yes.
So you get to relive it next year.
No, he is going. He's going to school. He's going in person to school to second grade. If I had the patience to be a teacher, that would be my profession. I don't have the patience.
Right.
So we made it a year and a half because we did half of kindergarten remotely, all of first grade. So he's a little, when anybody is in your face for this long, you get tired of them. I'm sure he's tired of me being in his face, but we'll get around it. We'll get back to it.
Well, he can't be that tired of you. I mean, you are his mom after all. It's kind of part of the job in a way.
Yeah, but I make him do things like chores, and he has responsibilities and things he needs to do at home when he's here. And that isn't necessarily the case at his dad's house.
Well, that sounds. Your kids did chores, right, Clint?
Little bit.
Yeah. See, that's pretty normal stuff. I wouldn't say that's.
He'll do some chores.
Nothing.
I probably was too easy on him.
No. So I'm not the fun parent.
Yeah. No. I don't think any of us are near as hard on kids as we like to think. Well, I shouldn't say like we like to think we are, but that we think we are, because I kind of, all those kids running around up camp, and you say you want to do some things, but then again, you're usually like, oh, it's okay, we won't, we'll be all right with you, even though you kind of want to grab them and do one of those, listen up here,
Listen.
running around we brought up, so they had the fire, all the dry stuff here in the state. We couldn't have a campfire or anything like that. But Matt brought up his little it's like propane fire pit thing that they keep at their cabin up there. And they brought that over. So we at least got to sit around it. And it wasn't really very warm. But nonetheless, the kids, we still had to sit there and be like, guys, stay away from the fire. We know it's not a real fire pit, but be careful around the fire, because kids will be kids,
They're in their 20s? These are
no, these were little kids. These were like little 7-8-year-old kids.
Sure.
But because it was a propane fire, everyone was huddled really, really close. So there's no room to do like you would around a normal campfire. And these kids still tried. And it's like, okay, I want to just plant you in a chair and tell you that if you move, like,
there.
yeah.
Here's your chair. Here's your drink. Stay there.
Unfortunately, bribing them with marshmallows and s'mores just makes it worse. So.
And there's sugar and chocolate and gooiness and. Yeah, but that's part of the fun too. But you gotta have a little bit of the fire hazard for sure. For sure, that's part of it, I guess.
It's true. It's very true. We've all played with fire. Some of us have been burned. It happens.
You don't know anything about that, I'm sure.
Nah, not this guy. Not at all. Again, I'm sorry, guys.
You're good.
Having a hard time here a little bit. Pardon me one second.
I realize that I might have missed this at the beginning.
Excuse me, sorry.
You're all right. But what's going on with you, Jake?
It's aside from my computer all of a sudden freaking out at me. I don't know what just happened there. Why?
Not allowed to
go away. Oh, I had a weird pop-up. No, things have been good. It's been really busy. We've been trying to coordinate a few things. Ayame is actually out because she's visiting her mom. Her mom's in town this week, so she couldn't make it today. And oddly enough, her mom is the person that we were going to be going down to do Karma in Vegas with when we were talking about doing it at the beginning of the month, and that didn't really pan out. So I talked to Ayame about putting a bug in her mom's ear about, potential dates down the road, because that's still something that we would like to do. Because it's been a little while since we've had that opportunity to go out and actually do, Karma in another place again. We've had that chance to do it down in Florida, and we did the thing with the Jolly Green Giant when Rex was out of town, and he was in Japan when we did the thing with the Jolly Green Giant. That was a fun one too. That was a real fun one. You remember that sticker event?
I think I do.
Yeah, it was great. We'll have to find a picture of old Jolly Green with that picture of Rex's face on it and see if we can post it in here somewhere. But yeah, it's just it would be nice to do something like that again, because it's really the idea of what we want to do, which is see this whole thing spread everywhere. We always talked about, it's like a ripple in a pond. It doesn't matter where the drop hits, the ripples are going to go everywhere, and that's what we want to do with karma, is just overload a place and make sure that we've got as much food going into an area. But in the meantime, because it's all done by us, it's still Rex and me and a couple of people going out and buying food and deliver it. That drop is going to happen wherever we're at when it's time for karma to happen. So why not spread it around a little bit where we can? And that was something that we were talking about wanting to do again as things open up. And it doesn't hurt that Vegas is like opened up and there's things that we can go do. We found systems like what we do with karma. There's systems that you can do. No, I'm kidding. In Vegas, there's only one system, and it's that you leave your money in Vegas. That's the system. We just want to leave food instead this time, is what we want to do.
Yeah, well, it's something different, something a little different, little out of the ordinary, something that physically puts you guys in a different location is amazing.
Oh yeah, and it's always neat to see another place and get another perspective on the kind of impact that we can make. Because one thing that we've always done with karma is we've always tried to curtail what we buy and deliver to all of the different food banks and places in the area. So it gives us that opportunity to really see what the needs are of a diverse people, which is unlike a lot of those other organizations. Things like Locks of Love and a lot of those big groups, what they do is they can only address a mass amount of things. They've got to deal with the and my brain just like lost the term. They have to deal with things on a general level, right? They can't look at an individual area and say, okay, let's do this here as opposed to over here. Whereas something like karma, because we have the ability to be flexible and specialize, it really means that we can help out in the community the way that the community needs, as opposed to just being like, here, you get what you get and enjoy, which is that's nobody likes to feel like a charity case. And so the best thing that you can do is try to be is just, hey, we're here to help, whatever that requires, whatever that means, we're going to help how we can. And try to make it as comfortable as possible. Is that Joey or Bear?
Sorry, that's Shiloh.
Oh, it's Shiloh tonight. I'm guessing a driver just showed up, huh?
Somebody's leaving. I'll mute it for a second.
Okay. So, but yeah, it's neat because it gives us that option to really specialize. Like, 2 months ago or so, when we were dropping off the food, one of the guys at the food bank here looked at us and said, hey, no more, and Rex is probably going to correct me on this. I think they asked to get no more pears, I think is what they wanted, because they were overloaded with pears. So the next time we went and bought food for the following month, we had the option to go, okay, let's remember no more pears. And so we mixed it up with some pineapple and other mixed fruits and things like that. Thanks, Rexy. I did get that right. Yeah. But yeah, so we have that ability to kind of look at those things and go, okay, how can we make our impact go further? And, we've even branched out into other things. We did a bunch of oatmeal and like instant meal things like that we hadn't really done before, because that was something that could kind of offset the fruits and things of that nature as well and still bring a little bit more nutritional value to the family food gifts. So we're looking at how we can kind of move that around more so, which is great because, if we can always add a little more weight to every purchase, that's the idea. That's what we want to do.
That's awesome. That was going to be my question, was whether or not you could specialize it for whatever community that you're in, because as we know, every community is different.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's awesome that our food bank, food pantry was comfortable enough to say, we're full up on this, just FYI, because they could have just not, and you could have kept bringing whatever and not nearly been as much help.
Yeah. And that's where it goes to show you that it's in the actual community with peoples and organizations working together to solve the problem on a local level. That's what we need, is we need it brought down to the local level where the individuals that are closest to the situation can help aid and assist in that endeavor. And that's the true power of what karma brings, is it brings everything to a local level. By us as individuals claiming the responsible action of, you know what, every month I will do something to help actively end hunger in my community. And it gives us the opportunity to learn what that community needs and apply ourselves in such a way that we can have the most positive impact as possible. That's how you solve a problem. You know, it's not about dictating that things go away or people have something. It's really about just on that local level, the people in the community getting involved and saying, you know what, I'm not going to live this way anymore. I'm going to live in a world where people aren't hungry. And here's how I'm going to do it. We're going to do it with karma, you know.
And not in a way that makes them feel, like you said, a charity case, because nobody wants to feel like that.
Yeah. You know, people want a hand up, not a handout.
Right.
That's really what they're looking for, is that opportunity to jump in and go, look, I can contribute too. Because with that comes pride, it comes self-fulfillment, and it builds up self-esteem. And the minute you start helping, all you want to do is help more. It's a positive feedback loop. And you know, the thing that we have enough of in this day and age is negative feedback loops. People fall into those way too easily. This is the kind of thing that we can really use to start changing that mentality of, no, if we do good, positive things come from this. And that's what we can build ourselves around. So just like Rick said, we are literally investing in humanity. Hedge funds and, you know, and what are they called? Investment firms and all that stuff. They might invest in products. We invest in humanity. Humanity is our product. So
Better product, better longevity.
I think it's at least a more noble endeavor in a lot of ways. There's some cool stuff. Don't get me wrong. I love my toys, and you know, I just, in thinking about it, Clint, as soon as I grabbed it, I figured all the way back here, and this is going to be horrible. Kari, you missed this part because we first talked about shaving off beards, and I told Clint I do have the last known photo.
Shaving them off.
Huh?
Trimming them or shaving them completely off?
No, like having it shaved completely off. Maybe I don't have it anymore. Uh-oh. Oh, well, never mind. But see, look at this. I have this huge roll of pictures. See, we love our toys. We love all these neat products that we have, but you know, why not do something even cooler with all of these things? Like, you know, try to tackle a problem. Let's use them as tools, and you know, the entertainment value, obviously that's there. Everybody's got Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus and whatever. But like, these things are devices that can literally make us into better people if we're willing to do that ourselves. You know, it just takes us wanting to try. And
Willing to
you know, $50 a month is an easy way to want to try to be a better person. It really is.
It really is. There's not really an easier way. I
Right.
would like to briefly pause and backtrack to the beard conversation because
Oh, Clint was talking about him trimming off or maybe even shaving off his beard entirely, like right before you got on, because
okay.
we were just, I can't remember what we were talking about, but it came up, just beards. And I had mentioned that I do have a photo of, like, it was a trip to Hawaii that me and some buddies took when I was working for the airline in like August one year.
I've seen
And
that.
then that winter is when I started growing my beard.
What year was that?
I was like 24 at the time. So it was like 2010, somewhere right in there. I think 2008.
It did not look like you.
Huh?
It did not
Oh,
look
it's
like you.
what's funny is you kind of do this and you can see how small the head really is, right? But it still doesn't, when the hair is gone and you've actually got that skin that's showing through, oh man, it's terrifying. You'd swear I'd be driving around like a panel van.
Well, I'm all about whatever makes you guys comfortable. Absolutely. It was just you said that, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that at least the three of you guys come with beards, like period. Like
There's four of us. Our dad's got a beard. That's the guy that I've been meaning to get on the Karmic transmission too. That would be a fun one. Need to
all
get
the
that
more
guy
reason,
out here,
all the more reason to hold on to the facial hair.
right?
Yeah.
Like, so you guys can't hear it, but Rex is in the other room and he just goes, "Can you imagine getting our dad on the Karmic transmission and talking with us for an hour?" It would be, I can't even imagine is the funny thing. I really can't imagine it.
I really can't. I've heard a lot of awesome stories. I met him for about 5 minutes at a Karmic Hue a couple years ago, and I like Tom Rickles. I don't know that I could imagine that. So I think that would be something that would happen. Absolutely.
What do you think, Clint?
What's that?
What do you think about getting Dad on the Karmic transmission to talk with us?
I think good luck with that.
You don't think you'd do it?
No, he'd probably do it. He'd give you a hard time and stuff. Anything technological.
Oh, I know. That would be like the best part is the first 20 minutes would be him telling us about how stupid the technology is to do it, but he'd love it every second. It's like seeing him sit at home on Sandy's iPad scrolling through Facebook and everything and then going, "Well, I can't have one of these because somebody's just going to steal my identity." Because it's like, you're doing it anyway, Dad.
Yeah, Jake, make that happen. Work on that.
Okay, that's awesome. So there's two that we got to remember. We got to get Kenny Loggins and Dad on. So those two will be those are like the what are they called?
You have Kenny Loggins on speed dial, do you?
Well, we do have the Rex Kenny Loggins feud that's been percolating and kind of under the radar. We haven't talked about it much this year. We'll have to gear it back up again.
I've heard rumblings, but not much more than that.
Well, Rex stole Kenny Loggins' grapes from his dressing room when we were kids. That's the short version.
Rex.
Was that at the Olympics?
No, that one was they did they call it the Red Hawk Fourth. It's like the Stadium of Fire thing that they do for the 4th of July down at BYU. But this one is the one they do up at Rice Eccles Stadium for the University of Utah. And they brought out, again, I was probably like 16 at the time, and Mom was living at that house in Holiday. And we went out, and they had us and like 2 or 3 other dance organizations come in. And we did backup dancing and performance stuff while Kenny Loggins was singing and doing the concert and a bunch of other people. So we day of, all week long, we had been going to the show or going to the stadium and performing and using the locker rooms as our changing rooms, right? So we show up day of 4th of July, getting ready to do this performance, and we walk into the dressing room and it's got like decorative lighting and like big bowls of food and drinks, and there's like this big wall of guitars sitting there, and we're all just walking around like, "Oh, what's going on?" And Rex walks over and grabs a bunch of grapes right as security's coming in, and they chase us off, and it's like, "You're in Kenny Loggins' dressing room. What are you guys doing in here?" And we took off and went and found where we can change and all that kind of stuff. Like Rex said, those grapes made his foot go loose is what they did. He kicked foot loose. But it was great because Rex had a grand old time stealing Kenny Loggins' grapes, and now we're letting Kenny know, so we're sure the feud is on. That's what it comes down to. His people will meet our people, and it'll be a real showdown, I'm sure.
I like it.
I think somebody else ran out with a soda or something like that, but it's a good time. It was really fun.
So you never met Kenny Loggins though? You just
no, we didn't get to bump into him. We just performed.
Oh, yeah, no, his people, our people, I'm all caught up. I'm
Yeah.
all,
That's the Kenny Loggins thing. But he'll be here one day. We'll settle this once and for all. I think a dance off is what we're going to need, though.
oh,
We can't let it be. We can't let it be a music-based competition. That's just it. We've got to take it out of his realm and into something else. So I'm thinking a dance off.
a neutral realm,
Sorry, what was that, Kari?
like a neutral playing ground, like a neutral.
Yeah, something a little bit more even, because these days Rex doesn't quite move as fast, so it would be an even playing field for him as well.
Oh, I think he could rise above it. I think that he could rise to the challenge.
He's got those Vanderlinden glass ankles,
Oh, still.
puts him in a danger zone.
This is like the show. This is like Kenny Loggins. This is. I feel like he could really rise to the occasion here.
Oh, he would.
Danger zone. Danger zone. Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. It's funny because all that stuff feels like a lifetime ago. And who'd have thought that we would go from stealing grapes to buying grapes to give away, right?
Crazy.
And so it's a big full circle that things go in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to go to the Red Hot Fourth one year. I don't know if they're doing them anymore, actually. I haven't seen it for a long time.
I try to. I find that I blend best north of Utah County is the best place that I blend. So.
What are you guys doing for the 4th, Jake?
Dude, I don't know, man. I had talked to Sandy when we dropped the trailer off yesterday and got it cleaned up and all that stuff. We were kind of talking about maybe doing a barbecue or something like that because I didn't really have any other plans. I don't think they've got any plans. I don't know. We should plan something though. That's what we should do. You guys got anything going on?
We're going to Idaho, up to Sun Valley.
Oh, really? You gonna go visit the family up there?
Yeah.
Nice.
Trish and John, and they do like a big car show up there, Sun Valley and stuff over the 4th.
Oh, that's really cool.
I'm thinking about asking Riley to watch my house.
Yeah. Let's talk about that after, maybe. Let's.
You don't think he can handle it?
No, I do not think that would be a good idea. Love the kid dearly. There's a lot that I would do for him, but yeah, that's one that I would probably think twice about.
I bet he can do it.
Like I said, that's a conversation for outside of the Karmic transmission, I think, because they're good kids. That's the thing. I love these kids dearly, and it's awesome because Riley likes to come out and help do a lot of stuff with us too. He did help set up the horses and all that stuff. He's a good kid, but I'll bet that there would be an unexpected party at your house. Would be my takeaway from that, just because he's impulsive. He's like his mother.
Maybe he just needs that chance to prove himself.
We'll talk. Because that's just different. And here's the thing, man. This is what's so cool because, talking about kids and that chance, that opportunity to rise to the occasion and do amazing things. It's something that we all want. We all want that chance to like we said, that nobody wants to be a charity case. Nobody wants a handout. They want that hand up. They want that opportunity to try to prove themselves. And I remember being a kid, and for as often as I reached for that opportunity, there were plenty of times when no, not even close. And it goes to show you that we can always improve, because if I hadn't done those things, we wouldn't be where we are now trying to do such incredible things like what we are. So everybody's got that growth spurt and that learning curve they're going to work through, but it leads to incredible things is what we hope for. And he's a great kid and got lots of opportunity. I would just say he's still a little bit young. He needs a little more growing, man. So, because So who all's going? Is it everybody? Is it Emma, Cooper, the whole shebang?
Yep, we're all going up.
Dude, that's cool. That's really cool. I hope it's a fun. I hope it's a lot of fun. Are you guys driving or flying?
Oh, just driving.
Okay.
It's like a 4.5 hour drive.
Yeah, it's like a 45-minute flight. I used to work that flight quite a bit. I saw Eugene Levy flying to Sun Valley, Idaho one time.
Oh, nice.
I didn't quite get a chance to say, what do your keen eyes see to him? But, I don't think it would have heard me over the engine.
That's funny.
So, but yeah, dude, Sun Valley's a cool town. Really
Yeah,
cool
my
town.
mom was up there one year at the car show, and they met Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No kidding.
Wow.
The
Yeah, he's got a
governor.
house up there.
Dude,
Wow.
it's funny. Sun Valley, Idaho, Jackson, Wyoming, all these little towns, freaking millionaires and movie stars, just ranch homes and all that kind of stuff. Uncle Buzz was telling me about a buddy of his that sold off some mansion to like a Robert Redford guy or something like that for $7 million up in Montana. It's just these guys, they get this. You get that money and all of that ability, which is in all reality, it's what everybody wants, right? Let's be honest. Everybody would like that ability to kind of have some flexibility and freedom to that extent. And they do these things like $10 million homes and stuff like that, which just blows my mind, because in the end, what did they do? They entertained people. I'm not trying to downplay what they did, but it's like, man, we really need to bring it back to doing what we're doing. If people were getting that what they could for helping and being good people, man, it would be a whole different world that we could live in, because it does seem rather disproportionate when those are the kinds of things that you watch, you know. But in the end, like I said, we all want, we see it and we crave it, because when people excel, it's a great example of what we ourselves can do, right? We might just have to apply ourselves in different ways or come up with a new system for doing things, right? So
Chasing that dopamine.
it's very cool. I'm jealous, man. I'm really jealous. I've been saying it the whole time. We went to Vegas, but that was not near long enough. Anybody getting out of town, I'm just excited for them. That's
What
so
did
cool.
you do in Vegas? I never really talked to you. Or is that a secret? Does it stay in Vegas?
Oh no. We're a couple of old fogies these days. We don't do much. Rex walked around as Tommy Bahama looking like dad for about 10 minutes. Kidding, Rex. That was just a joke. Promise. You looked, I'm jealous. I love his Tommy Bahama shirt because it's awesome to see him in something other than black. Just gonna say it. But no, we just went down kind of like I said earlier. So Ayame's mom was going to be down there and we were going to do Karma. She ended up being out of town, so we ended up putting those on hold and just went down and did a little bit of a vacation stay. And we went to like the strip for a night and walked around and saw the Mirage volcano show and stuff like that, because they still have that going on. We went to Fremont Street and got to see the Fremont experience with all the lights and everything. Just kind of did a little Vegas weekend getaway. Rex and I had some okay luck on the roulette tables for a night. Not bad.
Oh, good.
So, but yeah, it was just a nice little getaway. And it was, by the time we got there, Vegas itself, like the area had said, we're going to open up everything to 100% capacity. And they had lifted a lot of the mandates and restrictions. So it felt very much almost normal, except for some of the service was a little bit off. So like you couldn't get breakfast before 11 o'clock in the morning, which was really weird being in Vegas. And you couldn't find a restaurant after like 10:30 at night to eat. So there were some really odd things, but I think that's more just everybody trying to get it figured out in how to open up and do it again from being closed down for so long, and then having it just all of a sudden, bang, here we go, let's do this, because it was really quick. Over the course of 3 weeks, they went from like 25% capacity to 70% capacity and then fully open. It was like literally 3 weeks. They just opened.
Big jumps.
Mm-hmm.
Shock to the system there and lost wages.
Yeah. So, but like, the first show that was going to reopen was Blue Man Group, and that opened last week. So from there, they're going to start bringing a couple more shows on. We thought about doing the, we all love medieval times. Who doesn't like thinking about knights and all that kind of stuff and jousting? So we were talking about trying to do the Tournament of Kings that they do at the Excalibur, but that's not going to be open until like October.
Oh.
So we didn't get a chance to do that. But yeah, we were sitting there like, hey, maybe we'll do this, and didn't quite pan out. But we still had a great time.
Have you ever been on top of the I don't know
Stratosphere?
the stratosphere?
I haven't. Dude, I'm not a heights guy, bro. I'm not a heights guy. Neither is Rex. Like, yeah, I'm not a heights guy.
Well, they have one of those drop things on top of it, don't they?
Yeah, the sky jump where you put on a harness and jump off the edge and just.
And then they
all
got
the
a
way to the
roller
ground.
coaster that goes off the edge,
Mhm.
don't they?
Yeah. Oh yeah, and like I said, I'm not a heights guy.
Yeah.
That
Forget
to me,
that.
And here's the thing: I'm not a heights guy, but I'm more a tightwad, is what I am. Because I remember when Riley came to town back when I was living there. Because I lived in Vegas for 2 years back when we tried doing that marketing business a few years ago. Well, it's been like a dozen years ago now. But Riley came down and we went to the Stratosphere because I was just kind of showing him around and doing all the different stuff. And just to go to the top of the Stratosphere cost $50. Just to take the elevator to the top. And I just went, nope, not doing it. Because I'm a tightwad, and that's, so couple that with, I'm going up how high and paying money for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pass. I'll find something else. So, pardon me. Sorry.
That's one thing I don't understand is how people can like rock climbers and stuff. Like how they can just not be afraid of heights. I don't, it doesn't compute with me. It's like one wrong step and you're falling.
Mhm. Oh, I'm with you, man, because there's what was it called? There's a movie that came out called Free Solo, and it talks about the guy that he's the only person to ever free climb El Capitan, if I'm remembering right. And he's a guy in like at the time, he was in like his mid-20s or something like that. And free climbing is when you go up the rock face with no security at all, no ropes, no nothing. So it's like you screw up and it's just game over. And they talk about El Capitan was the one that they always talked about claiming the most lives of free climbers, because the world-renowned free climbers would always try to tackle it, and just nobody ever done it until this kid did. And they made a whole documentary about it. But it's interesting how much people will have this idea in their head, and once they've committed to it, like this guy, I will climb this wall with zero safety net, security, anything. It's just going to be me and the wall, and take out the heights, take out the idea of what, the actual thing that he's trying to use, that idea of I'm going to tackle an obstacle, right? And it's such an interesting, like, driven, focused idea behind it that it's so unique, and it is, you have to respect what they're trying to do, because even though you're not a person that doesn't like heights, it's just like, wow, these people are, they're willing to give it their all. They're committed wholeheartedly to what they're trying to do, and it's that kind of commitment that leads people to do incredible things. Yes, Rex, they're morons as well. You're
I'm with Rex.
right.
I just think they're batshit crazy, man.
No. Well, that's why I say take away the idea of the fact that he's climbing a wall, right? Because it's that commitment and that drive to do something like that. The people that do what we do are just as incredible. And that's the thing, that they are morons, because they're doing such an extreme thing to try to prove the same point. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That they're trying to show their commitment and what they want to do and how they want to live, and That's what everybody involved in karma is trying to do. It's the exact same idea. We're just not the people trying to climb a rock wall with no security. You know, we're doing it in a very fruitful and engaging endeavor that allows us a good positive feedback loop to get things done. So, whereas that one, it can be, it's a positive feedback loop, I'm sure, but I don't think he's got another wall to climb after that one, if I'm not mistaken. You know, so where do you go from there?
On to the next
Now,
project.
Yeah. Whereas with our, that's exactly what we get to do. We get to find the next one and the next one, and it's an amazing thing. But it's no different and no less serious than what those people try to do. You know, we just need to get people to hear our story. That's what this is all about, guys.
so how's the push-ups going?
Good, man. They're going good. I'm still keeping on them. I'm pretty sure Rex has been doing them. Me and Rex threw in some squats and stuff, though, to kind of help round it out. How about you?
I kind of got off track this week, but we'll get back on it.
See, I did take a
I was
week
wondering
off.
if going camping would throw you off.
Rex actually did his in the trailer while
Nice.
we were up there. I actually took last week off because I think I cracked a rib really bad.
Well, that's right. That's right. I'm sorry.
Oh no, dude, it was between transmissions. You know, everything with our push-up challenges happened like in between transmissions and stuff. So,
So you think you cracked a rib?
yeah, I actually think I cracked a rib is what I did.
Digging?
So, huh?
Digging? You said you were digging?
No, I've got those back wheels. They're those rollers that you can, you know, the foam roller things that you can roll around on. I have one that's really, really small and it does a whole lot of pressure. And I rolled over a spot in my back that had a really big knot in it. And I think the pressure was so intense that it literally popped a rib and I either cracked it or re-broke the cartilage from that rib that floats that I have. Because it's been, it's still a little tender, but it's nowhere near like it was last week. Last week I could hardly move on this side. It was no good. But yeah, no, it's doing much better, and I'm back to doing my push-ups.
Oh,
And I
good.
swear I'm not just holding the camera and moving it around. I promise they're actual push-ups.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was. You know, to be honest with you, I was kind of bummed when I couldn't keep on them. I was a little upset because I was really enjoying doing it. It was a great thing for us to start doing, man.
Get into a groove.
Pattern, a routine.
Yeah. So it's like you, Kari, with your bike and all that kind of stuff. I know that you've been riding away and trying to. It's a good thing for everybody. The physical side of things is a big help, especially when people are kind of shut in and not able to do as much. I think the physical side really helps keep people going.
I'm not on the bike as much as I should be. It's kind of, I thought I was going to be on it more. I use it, but it's lately the past few weeks has become more of like just a decoration, a living room decoration. But yeah, no, it's good. It's helps to clear my head when I can get out and move around.
Yeah, I'm with you. So, but that's why we get back into it and we keep trying. And you know, we're lucky to have good support structures, incredible people like you guys in my life that remind me why we do what we do and what it's all about in the end. You know, which is we're all here to do something incredible, and the only way that we can really get it done is to talk about it and share it and encourage each other to do more. You know, that's the big one.
And help hold each other accountable too as well.
Exactly.
Accountability.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Very true. Well, guys, we're kind of come up on the last few minutes here. Kari, thank you so much for joining us. As always, I kind of like to throw the last few words over to our guests. What have you got going on for the 4th of July? Anything fun?
Probably just a little barbecue at my mom's. Just we have a little tiny little family we get together, and Connor doesn't yet know that fireworks were banned. That's going to be very unpleasant. I want everyone to pray for me because it's going to be really unpleasant, or good thoughts. But we'll figure out a way to make it be good. It's one of my very favorite holidays, so it'll be good.
That sounds great. It sounds like a really fun one. And I do wish you luck because I remember when I was a kid and I wanted to do fireworks, I never made it easy for my parents either.
No, it's gonna be. We'll have to figure out some other kind of something because we've had years when I was growing up where we became very good friends with the fire marshal, and I don't really want to get to know the fire marshal this year so much. So we're just gonna play it cool.
I like that idea. That sounds like a good one. We've had those run-ins ourselves in the past.
Mhm. Exactly. But
Those are fun visits too, though. They're fun visits too.
were, and he was cool, and he understood what we were doing, and you could tell that he wanted to let it slide, but he had to be responsible. Anyway, we'll find something else for Connor, and he'll be entertained, and it'll be all right.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. Well, Clint, I hope that you guys have a fun 4th of July up at Sun Valley as well, man. That sounds like it'll be a great time.
Yeah, it'll be good. We're looking forward to it.
Dude, well,
Nice
give the
up
family
there.
a big squeeze from all of us while you're up there and tell them all that we said happy 4th of July and that we love them all. So,
Sounds good, Jake.
all right, guys. Well,
Good
thank
to
you
see you,
everyone for
Kari.
joining us tonight on Karmic Transmission number 31. Kari with us again, as always. We love having her on. You guys can find us on, our website, karmaincarnate.com. Again, you can find us on all the social medias, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all that stuff. Karma Incarnate on Twitter. We're at the Karmic Feed. And as always, if you ever want to know what we're doing or how you can get involved, reach out to any one of our agents or anybody that you see on here. We'd love to tell you what we're doing. So till the next transmission, guys, I love you. Have a great night. And we'll throw in a karma out just to say good to have Rex with us in spirit. So
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you.
he's coming
Guys.
to see you too, by the way, there, Clint.
Nice.
So you get a visit with the other brother.
Well, it's great to see you. Any day I get to see both my brothers is a good day for me.
Agreed. All right, guys. I love y'all.
You too,
Have a
Kari.
great
Take
night.
care.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.